have come from somewhere else, but this is where we found ourselves. Welcome to the local show. People you work with, people you know.
Welcome to another edition of The Local Show here on GrassRoots Community Network, a special edition here as we work our way through the end of January into February. Guys, I hope you're enjoying this amazing winter we've had. Happy New Year. I couldn't be any happier about the snow out there, the vibe in town. Just had an amazing week with X Games. Hope you guys had a chance to enjoy all those things as, again, we move our way into February. So honored and happy to welcome back a friend of mine, Olympic and X Games medalist, entrepreneur, and environmental activist, Gretchen Bleiler. Welcome back to the show, Gretchen.
Thanks, Erik.
Your title's getting longer and longer
are.
as the years go on.
I think that's what happens, right? As you get older, you just
or you add these initials like
I just
DHM,
I need to get some
MHD.
initials.
You just need more initials or acronyms or somehow
I'll
shorten
work on that.
So welcome back.
Thanong you.
So great to have you, especially on the heels of X Games. And we're going to talk a little bit about that during the show, of course. But we have to start with a little more somber news. We heard yesterday that one of the greatest stars of the NBA, Kobe Bryant, had passed away. And it's really hitting hard on so many levels. But I kind of wanted to get your thoughts and feelings on Kobe and maybe a few lessons that you might have learned. I know it's still early on. We're just processing this. As it just happened yesterday. But do you have any thoughts on Kobe Bryant?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, heartfelt condolences go out to his family and all of the families who lost loved ones in that crash.
Yeah.
And as far as Kobe goes, I mean, at 41 years old, he's now gone from this earth, but what he left behind, wow. Yeah. You know, what a legacy of discipline and hard work and having fun.
Yeah.
You know, like having fun while you're working your ass off.
Right.
And leaving everything out on the court. You know, it's this attitude that he had that is the reason every single person is talking about him right now.
Yeah.
So his lasting impact, it's forever, really.
I agree. And you're seeing not only the sports greats with their thoughts, you know, and them honoring and paying tribute to Kobe, but a broad range of people. Was watching the Australian Open today, the Rafa Nadal match, and Kyrgios, the Australian, came out with a Kobe Bryant jersey. And so, but people, his reach was way beyond athletics. And I think it really related to work ethic and excellence. And then that smile. That's what I remember.
Yeah, just his
having
spirit.
fun, and his spirit was, his energy was so positive.
Yeah, and I was doing some reading yesterday, and multiple people, you know, famous people right now in pop culture, sort of referenced his curiosity in them. I think it was Macklemore actually who shared that he had met Kobe and he was so, you know, sort of enamored by Kobe, and at the end Kobe came over to him and asked him about his writing process and creativity and where does creativity come from. So it seemed as though this guy also had just an appetite for learning, asking questions. He never was above anyone else, but always so interested in others and their process and learning from others. And that right there, that's something we can all learn from as well.
I've heard that too from a couple of the legends in sports, you know, about his almost childlike curiosity. And then also transferring that to like tennis, soccer, other sports. And then, of course, he was just starting to coach his daughter, who was also lost in the accident. But he was really expansive. He was almost reminds me of Klaus in that he had that curiosity, that childlike wonder and curiosity that always keeps you growing.
That's a big one for every single one of us.
Yeah, I think so.
I think the older we get, the more we can fall into a mindset of we know. We've lived this. We know how this goes.
Know it all.
That becomes an old mindset.
Right.
A young mindset is someone who is always asking questions, who always has the mentality that I don't know. And how do I understand this better? How do I learn in this situation?
Right.
Whether you feel like you've been in it or not.
And questions are a sign of intelligence. So I'm going to be asking you a lot today.
You're so smart.
To prove my intelligence. But first, we got to take a quick break, Gretchen.
Yeah.
We have so many things to get to.
Yes, we do.
Including X Games and Alex Ferreira.
Yeah.
Defending the gold. Woohoo! So I want to thank our winter underwriters as we just take one break during the show, guys, and then we'll have one at the very end. Aspen Square, Aspen Animal Hospital, Aspen Thrift Shop, the Aspen Times, Klug Properties, Strong Vegan Athlete, Picken County Landfill, and Sundog Athletics. We're going to go to that quick break. Guys, we'll be back in 2 minutes with Olympic medalist, X Games medalist, entrepreneur of Alex, and environmentalist Gretchen Bleiler, so don't go away.
Aspen Times, telling the stories that matter since 1881, is committed to local prep sports, arts, and entertainment coverage. They also offer The Drop-In, weekly recreational videos highlighting why we love to live in this community. The Aspen Times at local newsstands, aspentimes.com, Facebook, and Instagram.
Aspen Animal Hospital offers state-of-the-art services, including non-pharmaceutical options, acupuncture, exotic pet care, and companion care preventative plans. For more information on veterinary services and their foundation, which helps those in need, call 925-2611 or aspenanimalhospital.com.
I'm so passionate about this community. I absolutely love living here and raising my family here. It gives me a lot of pride to share this with my friends and my clients and help them achieve their dreams of owning an Aspen snowmass and enjoying this incredible lifestyle.
Curbside recycling is now included with your trash service in Pitkin County. You can reduce your waste footprint and shrink your trash bill by recycling right. Learn more at landfillrules.com.
Celebrating another great winter season, Aspen Square Hotel is the hospitality place, featuring fireplace studio suites and larger condominiums with full hotel-style services in the center of downtown Aspen. Aspen Square is proud to support the Locals Show. The Aspen Thrift Shop welcomes local women to volunteer, serve our community, meet interesting local women, and join the fun at Aspen Thrift Shop twice a month. You can apply at aspenthriftshop.org.
Welcome to the local show. People you work with, people you know.
We're back here on the local show. Thanks for sticking with us, guys. Each week here on Grassroots Community Network, now in year 17, driven by great guests like Gretchen Bleiler each week as we feature these inspirational locals. And Gretchen, what I mean by that is, like, it's easy to say, oh, inspirational locals, woohoo, everyone's so inspirational. But it's people I pick out that are pursuing their dreams, having success, and here's the key, sharing the keys to success.
The lessons, the
yes,
gems.
the keys to the kingdom.
Yes.
It's not just,
It's
oh my
important.
gosh, you're so great, which I will do. Oh, I'm not worthy, you're so awesome, I can't believe I'm here. But then also not only the homage, but unlocking the keys.
Yeah, well, that's the fun part for me, too, is sharing those gems.
And I was going to start, we'll get to X Games, but one of the biggest hurdles to following our dreams, pursuing our goals, following our heart is fear. Kobe would also talk about fear and dealing with fear. But I want to hear your thoughts on how do you get past perhaps the biggest hurdle to following our dreams and then being successful? How do you manage fear? And I'm sure you learned a few things from your competitive days about fear.
Yeah, I think we all run up against obstacles to us fulfilling our dreams and our potential, and really stepping out of fear and stepping into who we really are at the end of the day. And I think a lot of those fears come from limiting beliefs that we're actually carrying about ourselves, and they are the very blocks to our manifestation of the life we want to live, the dreams we want to live. And so sort of honing in on what those limiting beliefs might be and catching yourself when you are living from those beliefs and how that feels in your body. Like for me, when I'm in fear, it feels very constricted. Yeah. Most of the time, I tell myself I don't have time. Most of the time, I tell myself I'm not ready. And these are all tactics to avoid stepping into my full potential. Tactics that are sheltering me from stepping outside of my comfort zone. And we all know stepping outside of our comfort zone is where we learn and we grow. And oftentimes we end up realizing the dreams that we want to live. And so realizing when we're in fear, and then not just realizing it, but having the tools then to shift ourselves from fear into something higher, which is, going from I'm not enough, I need more time, I can't do it, all of the limiting beliefs into I'm going to do the best I can, I'm going to enjoy myself, I'm going to use this as a learning experience. Right. And how do you do that? Oftentimes I did it through taking a step back, taking deep breaths, being really grateful for where I was, reflecting on how far I had come. So it sort of puts things in perspective. Right. And these big moments where we get caught in fear all of a sudden can just be a simple stepping stone towards these bigger goals. So there's lots of tricks that I've learned.
I like the messaging.
Some of them.
I like the messaging though, because instead of the negative messaging, I don't have enough time, I can't do this. It's kind of like,
it's a sign that you're in fear.
Right.
When we're in this constricted state, this is actually just a warning sign that you're in fear. Right. This is not the ideal state to be in ever. So, I'm in fear. Okay, so what do I do? Take a step back, breathe for a second to relax a little bit and go stop the tunnel vision to let's open it up for a minute. That's what the breath does. Yeah. Gratitude is the quickest way to shift ourselves from fear into present moment awareness. And just gratitude. We all know how our bodies feel when we're in gratitude. Right. You can't be in fear when you're in gratitude.
Right. And you have gratitude also leads to, hopefulness, happiness.
Yeah, remembering joy. Wait, isn't this supposed to be fun too? This thing called life? It isn't always fun, but we can choose happiness in every moment. And we know the difference between a fear-based choice and a choice that is choosing happiness. And that's oftentimes being connected to ourselves and in this moment, what is the best choice for me? What feels better? What's a choice that feels a little bit better, a little bit happier, a little bit more joyful? These are all tools.
And then would you go from there into a visualization of what you would like to happen? Is that helpful? Because you hear a lot about that in athletics, visualizing the course, visualizing completing the tricks.
Yeah, instead of focusing on what you don't want to happen, focus on what you do want to happen. It's we know this in this mountain town we live in, when you're skiing, snowboarding on the mountain, and you're riding in trees, what do you look at? Do you look at trees or the openings? Right. You look at the openings. Don't look at the trees. You're going to hit the trees. What you focus on, where your attention goes, energy flows. So
I like that.
Look for the spaces. Look for what you do want.
Right.
Drop what you don't want.
I like that.
And surrender those beliefs of I'm not good enough, I'm not ready, I need more time. You can literally let those go. You can put those aside and almost say, thank you for protecting me and trying to keep me safe, but in this situation, I don't need to be safe. I need to step into my full potential.
Right. I like that. Well, let's shift that into the athletic application with X Games. Just occurred this past weekend. So awesome to see Alex Ferreira defend his gold last night.
Good for him.
Men's ski super pipe. Mm-hmm. There must be a part of you that still misses X Games. And I wanted to ask you two questions. What do you miss the most? Mm-hmm. And what do you least miss
Yeah.
about the X Games? The pressure, the performance, the excitement, the energy, you trying to pull off your own personal plan, your tricks, maybe a new trick. What are some of those thoughts as we, have now passed an X Game, our 19th in Aspen, I believe.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
Unreal.
Oh, I think what makes X Games so inspirational is being able to physically see people dissolve their limitations, dissolve their fears, and step into what's possible. And that's what we saw Alex do last night. I think he was in first place for the majority of the contest, and then he got bumped down to second.
Right.
And it came down to the final run, and he was the last one to drop, and he's in second place. And, he could have fallen on that run. He could have let the pressure get to him. He was the defending gold medalist and hometown hero. It's
huge pressure.
It's a lot to live up to. Yeah. Or put all of that down and rely and trust on all of the training he's done and step into his full potential. And that's what he did. Final run, he moved into first place again. So that's inspiring. We watch these sports because it shows us what's possible.
Right.
And all of this is possible for any of us. I mean, it's not necessarily possible for us to do what Alex did last night, but the idea of what Alex did last night is possible for all of us in our everyday lives. And that's what inspires me about X Games.
It's a metaphor.
It is.
For life.
It's a metaphor for life.
Right.
And what I don't miss about X Games is physically putting myself on the line.
Right.
It's man, it can be so tough on the body to physically defy gravity and what's been done, the year before.
And maybe logic, too. She can't spin 3 times, can she?
Yeah.
Defying all that.
Yeah, I'm into, doing it now at a level that is more psychological rather than physical.
Okay. Do you still get in the pipe?
Of my psyche versus my physical body.
Right. Well, I mean, you've had serious injuries.
Yeah.
I mean, your eye damage and other injuries, and so that's the physical. The beating. The risk. So it's nice to not have that. But do you still enjoy riding the pipe? I mean, do you go in recreationally and just kind of do it for fun, or
I do
how does
not.
that play out? Okay, not even that.
I'll tell you.
I don't even go to the top of the wall myself. So.
I rode the half pipe 2 years ago with my friend Elena Height, who's no longer competing in the half pipe anymore.
Okay.
But she was in town to compete for the X Games. She was practicing, and she asked if I would come up to the half pipe with her in Snowmass just to practice and ride in the pipe. And I said, I haven't ridden the half pipe in a year. I'm not really interested. And she's like, come on, just come with me. So I did. And we're just cruising through the half pipe. I'm just doing straight airs. And I came down on a backside air, down on the wall, landed on the wall, and as I'm riding down the wall, caught an edge and had the most violent tumbling fall, hit the other side, and just said, I don't want to fall like this anymore.
Yeah, enough is enough.
And I was doing something very simple.
Right.
So the problem with having done it my whole life, and now when I don't do it every day, my mind thinks, naturally, I should be easily airing out of the half pipe and doing these effortless airs. And if you don't do it every single day, there's nothing effortless about riding the half pipe. So I just don't do it anymore. I stick to powder, hike in the Highlands Bowl.
I love it.
Groomers. I still hit jumps here and there, but...
And you stay busy with a few other things.
I do.
Like your company that you own with your husband, Chris Hotel, called Alex, stands for Always Live Extraordinarily.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about Alex and the mission you guys have with Alex.
Yeah. The reason we started the company is to provide beautiful, reusable products that can replace the disposable, single-use plastic products that are polluting our waterways, filling up our landfills. This is a simple, everyday thing every single one of us can do to reduce waste, really.
Yeah.
And we like to design innovative products. So this one has like a bottle opener on the bottom that you can unscrew, and it's a fun bottle. But the bigger message behind it is always live extraordinarily. And the message there is that it's not necessarily about what you do, but how you show up every single day.
Right.
And are you making small steps towards living your dreams every single day?
Right.
And are you doing the little things that add up to living a more sustainable life every single day? Because we all know, like, these little actions over time are what create change.
Exactly. And let's elaborate on that a little bit, because there's been some conversation last week in the newspaper, for example. One of the longtime local columnists and actually one of the spokesmen for Aspen Skiing Company were saying that the individual action doesn't matter as much as, say, the corporate or government action. But can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah.
Does our individual choices and how we live each day matter, or is it just about government and corporation, which frankly, in my opinion, has caused a lot of the problem and is largely driven by profit motive?
Mm-hmm.
And are we supposed to trust them now to to be the silver bullet?
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on individual action?
I think the silver bullet thing is a really good point. Bill McKibben was just in town giving a talk around climate change, and I think he coined this phrase of, we can't rely on a silver bullet solution for climate change, but we need a silver buckshot.
Right,
and so
I like that.
This is sort of the answer to your question. I think it's really important not to tell people that their everyday actions don't matter.
Right.
That's not a good message.
Right.
Like that.
Go ahead and live however you want.
I think it's really important. Like, our everyday actions, it's the whole point of the company we started.
Right.
Our everyday actions do matter.
Exactly.
And they do add up. And it's really important to be conscious and be aware of your everyday actions and decisions, because that's what creates your life over time.
Exactly.
Somebody who is going to use a reusable bottle is typically someone who's going to pick up a piece of trash, is typically a person who will recycle, and is also somebody who's going to show up and vote in our upcoming election. All of these things matter. Voting is something that every single one of us can do that can create a large systematic change. And that's what these people are talking about. We actually do need legislation, climate legislation, that is going to create large systematic change. And that's what we need. We only have 10 years to create really massive change if we want to still exist on planet Earth as a species.
And that dovetails perfectly into POW, Protect Our Winters. And can you share with our viewers, you're on the board for POW?
Yeah, I have been on the board in the past.
Okay.
So longtime board member, Athlete Alliance member, and Protect Our Winters is an organization. If you care about the outdoors, and you care about climate change, and you care about creating change now, this is an amazing organization to get involved with. Sign up for their newsletter, donate if you'd like.
Yes.
A huge strategy for Protect Our Winters moving into 2020 is to get people out to vote in this upcoming presidential election in November. We need leadership who are going to stop talking about the science behind climate change and start taking action right now.
Right.
So talk about not trusting our leaders. We need to elect leaders. We need to put leaders in our government who are going to put legislation in place that are going to protect our lives for years and years to come. So what everyone can do right now is text "I will vote" to 52886. So that's something we all can do right now to pledge to vote. Protect Our Winters will help you make sure you're registered. They're going to have a POW Action Fund is going to come out with a voter guidebook to help you get prepared to vote, and then help you encourage your friends to vote, and then actually help you get to the polls on the day in November. So it's a strategy. 77,000 votes is what determined our last presidential election in 2016. 77,000 votes. That is a very thin margin that we can change. We can shift we should not be losing these thin margins. We have the potential to be winning them in terms of our environment and the health of our planet. So POW is going to be going into these key battleground states and activating people who care about the outdoor world and get them educated, inspired, and committed to voting.
And where can people find out more? You have a website?
Yeah, protectourwinters.org.
Excellent. Did you have fun on the show today?
I did. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you so much. In fact, a small token of my thanks. I know you guys have a few beverage containers.
We do.
But this is special. I call them groovy squishies.
Cool.
Thanks to our partner, Pitkin County Landfill. And there's a special surprise in there for both you and Chris.
Thank you.
Did you have fun on the show today?
I sure did.
Thank you so much for being here. Luna, thanks you too.
Thanks, Luna.
She was quite animated.
Yeah, you're always a good partner on the couch.
And above all, thank you guys for watching us this week on The Local Show.
Aspen Times, telling the stories that matter since 1881, is committed to local prep sports, arts, and entertainment coverage. They also offer The Drop-In, weekly recreational videos highlighting why we love to live in this community. The Aspen Times at local newsstands, aspentimes.com, Facebook, and Instagram.
Strong Vegan Athlete offers wellness consulting, personal training, and online training. Owner and trainer Ed Troy focuses on safety, balance-oriented agility, and mobility for optimum wellness and to be in life. More at strongveganathlete.com.
Aspen Animal Hospital offers state-of-the-art services, including non-pharmaceutical options, acupuncture, exotic pet care, and companion care preventative plans. For more information on veterinary services and their foundation, which helps those in need, call 925-2611 or aspenanimalhospital.com.
I'm so passionate about this community. I absolutely love living here and raising my family here. It gives me a lot of pride to share this with my friends and my clients and help them achieve their dreams of owning an Aspen snowmass and enjoying this incredible lifestyle.
Sundog Athletics, Aspen's Adventure Sports School, is your opportunity to experience one-of-a-kind adventures and gain new skills, to experience the thrills of snowshoeing, fat biking, cross-country skiing, alpine touring, canoeing, mountain and road biking, and fitness hiking. Fresh updates at Sundog Athletics on Facebook or sundogathletics.com.
Welcome to